I was reading a recent study that referenced there are 300 billionaires out there in the
300.
world. 300.
That's a lot of money in aggregate.
Yeah. And a third of them are inherited billionaires. That's where the source of the wealth. And it just got me thinking, Sandy, about relationship with money, whether you earn it and you inherit it or marry into it, whatever the source might be. And we've heard from a lot of guests, their relationship with money does depend on the source. I think of John Anderson, who talks about he needed a purpose. He'd married into wealth and he needed purpose. And I'm just curious, from your perspective, and working with clients, and lots of our clients have built their wealth, and then we serve their children or adult children, and they might have inherited. I'm curious, how have you seen the relationship to money evolve depending on the source, whether it's made or inherited?
I think there can be a difference in one's relationship with money based on the source, but I think also what really matters is one's wealth identity, how they're identifying and relating to the wealth. So for folks who create wealth themselves, they, in my experience, often gravitate toward the values that they grew up with and apply that to their wealth, which is wonderful, but sometimes it holds them back from using their money in ways in which they really, really want to use it. So that could be something that we explore with clients and help them through. On the inherited wealth side of things, and we do work with some inheritors who come to us once they have inherited wealth, that experience also has a range. And I would say a lot of it depends upon if and how the family was talking about wealth before the inheritance occurred. So let me say a little bit more about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Some families are really great about talking about money and setting expectations for the rising generations of their family about what they should expect, what they shouldn't expect, and what's expected of them. And in those situations, I have found that the inheritors of wealth are more prepared. They tend to have the skills and competencies that they need. If those conversations about money didn't happen within the family, again, depending upon the family's values, sometimes inheritors can feel a little lost. I've seen situations where they're feeling, well, why me? This wealth feels like a burden. Why am I now separate? Guilt. It could be guilt, or it could be just other discomfort. So there's a really wide range. I hate to stereotype because I think everyone's situation is different. I can tell you, though, that society has a particular point of view, and most of society and the press, will treat people of wealth, whether they created it themselves or whether they inherited it. They treat them as if they've been lucky, if they're different, that all of their problems are solved. And
yes,
I can tell you
they shouldn't have problems. Yeah, that kind of.
And that's not true.
Right.
Money is a great tool. It allows people to do many things, but it doesn't necessarily solve all problems.